And I've had a couple of questions from you guys. So I wanted to, one, answer those questions, and then two, kind of explain how this is going if this is your first week. You don't have to do a full 8 weeks. You don't even have to do 8 full habit changes. So let me kind of explain. How it was originally designed is that you would pick 8 little things that you could slowly but surely implement into your life between now and January 1st, right? They shouldn't be huge changes. They shouldn't be anything like lose 10 pounds or shift to a keto diet or start working out 5 times a week. Those are what we have when we have the time and the energy to really buckle down and make big changes in our life. But if you are kind of flailing about trying to figure out, okay, what can I do? 8 small changes is a great idea for you. So, what we did is the very first week, we picked one small attainable goal. So, for me, it was to increase my water intake to a certain amount every single day. What I like to say with my clients is week one is always our learning week. So, it's never when you're going to maybe do everything perfect. Well, I know that's never going to happen because we don't do anything perfect ever the first time around, or really ever. So what you do is you start to learn. So let me explain kind of how my week went. I chose that I was going to drink 90 ounces of water each day because of my body weight, because of the amount of activity that I do each day, because of the diuretic consumption that I take in. So coffee, tea, juice, things like that. Those are all diuretics. And 90 ounces is what I came up with. Well, what I learned was on most days, it's super easy for me to get 90 ounces in if I start early and I pace myself throughout the day. But what I learned is if I wait halfway through the day, it ain't gonna happen. I also learned that on days that I exercise, it made it a lot more attainable to me. So because it got me into that I need water, I'm moving and whatnot. So for me, that's an attainable goal for me to move on. However, let's say that you started week one and you're like, okay, I'm going to drink 120 ounces of water every day. And every single day you found yourself at the very end of the day pounding water to get it down. That would not be an easy, simple, attainable goal that you chose to keep over 8 weeks. So, what I would say is, how much water did you easily drink between sun up and when you found yourself having to like drink all of that water down? That would be an attainable goal for you. So stick with that. So maybe we reel it back. Maybe 90 ounces wasn't attainable for you, but maybe 64 is. So let's start at 64 and keep that through the next 7 weeks. And you're just slowly but surely making that a new habit in your life that's attainable. Maybe it's not the habit that you want right now, or maybe it's not the habit that you'll have in 6 weeks or 8 weeks, but right now, right here, we're going to stay with that. Now we're on week two. What is an attainable goal for you that you know I could easily keep that long term, right? So what I start to do is I start to think to myself, okay, I know I should do that. I definitely don't want to do that forever. Okay, that's not a good one. Okay, I definitely want to do that. I'm not sure if I could do that 3 days, let alone 7. So as I start to go throughout and I really start to kind of hone in on the things that I need to change in my life, maybe the things that we're changing today aren't even the things that we want to change, right? Maybe the things that we want to change aren't even available to us yet. Maybe these steps need to happen in order for us to be able to make those bigger changes further down the line. All right. So my week two is supplementation. I'm going to make sure that I've already got them all dialed in. I've got them all set out. I'm not the person that's got them in like little dishes. That's not me, but they're set out on the counter. I know exactly what I need to take each day. And that's my 7 days. So for the next 7 days, I'm going to make sure that I'm putting good stuff into my body and I'm supplementing the diet that I have so that I know that I can keep working hard on my workouts. So for you, what is your second week goal? Now, here's the thing. Maybe week one didn't go so hot and week two needs to be the same exact goal. Maybe you didn't get that dialed in and you want to spend some more time really making sure that this one gets dialed in before you add anything else. Perfect. Do that. You guys, this is meant to level you up. And whatever that looks like for you, I really want you to make sure that you're focusing on that each day. But ultimately, what I want to encourage you to know is that it doesn't always have to feel good, right? So sometimes on day one of making a change um, in our habits, in our life, we feel good about it. We're like, yeah, this is going to be great. This is going to be amazing. I'm going to do everything perfectly so it feels good all the time. Uh I was shared with this woman had shared with me, how about that? That life is about continuing on with what your goals are when it doesn't feel good. She mentioned parenting ourselves. And if you are not a parent, you might not understand what I'm about to say to you, but I'm sure you had parents, so maybe you will. You guys, we have to parent ourselves. It's kind of like my kiddos. My kiddos don't want to clean their room, but I have to step in and say, hey guys, we need to clean up our room. We need to take care of these things. Responsibilities first. First things first is what I say a lot in my household. And it don't feel good, right? They don't want to be doing it. But what we have to do is we have to teach ourselves and we have to parent ourselves so that even when it doesn't feel good, even then when we don't want to, we have to meet ourselves and do those things that are important for us that will get us to where we want to be. I can't tell you how many times I've had to sit as a parent and talk with my kiddos and not be their favorite person and be like, listen, I promise you, when you get to be X age or X age or X age, and you look back on this, you're going to thank me. Today, you're not going to thank me, and tomorrow, you might not thank me. But at some point, when you have this life skill, you're going to look back and be like, I'm grateful that my mom took the time to not give up on me, to make sure I was doing the things that I needed to be doing when I should be doing them, so that I have the skills that I need. You guys, I need you to do that with yourself. I need you to parent yourself. I need you to be there. I need you to believe in yourself and ensure that you're doing the things that you need to do so that you have the skills to get to where you want to go. All right. So, week 2, what I want you to do, and I've offered this to all of you, quite frankly, is in the comment section. You can put what your week 2 goal is, or quite a few of you have reached out to me at Inspired Health and Fitness on Facebook, and you have commented, or pardon me, messaged me and let me know what your goals are. So, I want you to keep doing that. I want you to stay accountable to somebody. If it's not to me, that's okay. That's all right. I want you to stay accountable to somebody. So, right now, I want you to text someone. I want you to comment. I want you to message and say, for the next 7 days, I'm going to stay accountable to this one thing. If after you say that one thing, immediately you think to yourself, I don't think I can do it, your one thing might be too big. Scale it back just a little bit. And then really start with what you know you can do. And then next week we can grow on that. All right. You guys have an amazing day. I believe in you. Change is challenging. All right. But we do not get to where we want to be in life by staying in our comfort zone. We just don't. All right. Outside of the comfort zone is where we need to be. We need to get up. We need to get comfortable being uncomfortable, Steve Harvey would say. In fact, I'm sure quite a few people would say that, but that is who I heard it from yesterday. You guys have an amazing day. Be kind to yourself. Please be kind to others. And I will see you next Monday for updates on our 8-week, 8-habit change challenge. Take care. And